Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Attingham Park. Today we are into June 2nd, or the second day of June out of our 3 days. We had the contract from the last video that we finished up. We ended up selling all the straw bales off, as well as whatever the contracts gave us and the extra crops. And we made a lot of money off it. Quite a bit of money. It's been nice. And I was thinking about maybe not taking all the money from the straw bales, but I think we'll just end up investing it into some other things right away so that we can work on that a bit. We're gonna do sheep. And I have that sheep pen pasture, if we look at the map, that I had talked about the other day on the live stream. This one right here. So I also added in a auto drive course from, I believe it was Auto Drive Guy. Got a lot of stuff. I need to edit it over here because right now it's conflicting with some of my buildings. I've never really messed with auto drive a whole lot. So that's going to be me just trying to learn how to tinker and twist the layout of the course. But I have this sheep pasture in here that takes up this whole section. And I had mentioned in the live stream that it did not have grazing because I didn't have the foliage area set up on the map. The map doesn't have them set up originally. And Mark Thor decided he was going to help me out and surprise me with basically a foliage area for that pen. So Mark Thor edited it, sent it over to me, let me add it into my map. So thank you, Mark Thor. Thank you very much for doing that for me, because now we can buy sheep and they can use the grazing in there. Not that we need a ton of grazing, but it's kind of nice because they can build up some of their feed, especially if you don't have all the different types of feed that are included with the animal food edition. So if you look at our cows, just as an example, you see they have base food, roughage, moisture food, and power food. And for the sheep, they have the similar idea. So they have, I believe it's protein silage, roughage, moisture food, and power food. We'll take a look at those for sure when we get in there. And the protein silage is whole crop silage, alfalfa silage, or clover silage, which I don't have any of those at the moment. I have grass silage. I know it kind of gets confusing with all the different types, and there's clover and alfalfa are not on the map, so we can't have those. The other thing is roughage is hay or alfalfa hay, clover hay, or hay pellets. We have hay, so we'll be able to do that for the sheep. The other moisture foods are carrots. We don't have those on the map. Sugar beet cut, so we could maybe buy some of them. Beet pulp or beet pulp silage, basically. So we could we wanted to buy some beet pulp or sugar beet cut, make it into beet pulp silage, make some of that. Maybe get a bunker silo. The other moisture foods are fresh maize, which is forage harvested. We'd have to cut some maize. We don't have any maize of ours around. And the last one is potato cut. We could also buy some potatoes and maybe work on that. And then for the power foods, you have grain grist, mineral feed, or beet pellets. So we could buy some mineral feed or work on some of that stuff. I was thinking about getting some mineral feed and bringing it up to the silage anyway. I don't know if I added the molasses tank. I could have swore I did. I know I was talking about I needed to. But I might back that out and add it, and then we'll put it in here a little bit later. Right now I'm just adding some separated manure because our cows have none for their bedding. We'll see if that's enough to satisfy them. Today we might take some of the bales down to the fermenter, see how that works. And We can cut the grass in this field and our other field, so we'll see maybe how those go. That's a decent amount. We'll probably stick with that for now, and then we'll come back and finish that up, as well as get them some feed at the end of the day. I think before we do that, we're gonna actually grab some of the bales. We'll head to the BGA, then we'll swing by the animal dealer, or we'll swing and grab a transport, swing by the animal dealer, and grab some of the sheep. Hoping not to cause too much. Oh yeah, caused a little bit of chaos in there. All right, so we made it to the BGA, and it is a long drive to get here. Kind of a bit ridiculous. I might need to see if I can find a shorter route. And one thing I've been telling myself is I need to fix this. So when I set it up, I didn't realize I had basically put it in backwards. So I mean, we could make this work this way, but I think it would be smarter to flip this around so that the piping sticks up and goes into the system there easier. So I'm gonna sell that. 208. I'm gonna lose a lot of money doing that. We might compensate ourselves back some of that. So what was it, 139? We basically say we earned 140k minus the 285. I might cheat that money back in. Just because it was more of something that was driving me annoyed with the way it looked more than it probably was hindering. I'm not sure if we can just dump these off here or not. I'd actually have to load them up in there. Let's just try something real quick though. So maybe if we throw it in the top there. Yeah, so we're gonna have to grab the telehandler and run that down here. Or maybe we'll just buy a telehandler to keep at the BGA there. So the way it works, I guess, is it goes in as whole crop silage. Not sure how all this works exactly. I don't know if it's already. Oh no, it's adding it in. So it must be grinding it in and distributing it into the bunker. And what we get out of it is we get methane and digestate. I thought we also got, maybe not. And then we can use the methane to create electricity basically. And then we can sell that. What I might do now is just toss all these in there by hand. You know what we might do? Let's see what the wheel loaders. I might add in one of the new wheel loaders, the Volvo wheel loaders. Because I think they have buckets, but they should have, yeah, like bale forks and stuff and manure forks. That way we can keep that down here, and if we ever do fill this bunker silo up, we can use it to load up everything. I might just drop these bales here for now. We'll let that do its thing for a little bit. Then we're gonna head back to, let's see if the course is set up. Now it's going. We're gonna head over to the shop now. Let's rent a, because we don't need it. We'll just lease this so we can get some sheep. So once our tractor's here, I will catch back up with you. So we're back. We have the transport trailer we leased. Going to grab some sheep. And we'll take those over. I'm not sure how many this holds. I think it's 13. I don't know how many sheep I want. I suppose I can throw 13 or more on there. Don't know if there is a relation of when sheep mature, at what time they produce wool and stuff. So we'll probably just buy some of the young ones and we'll go from there. 13. So we'll just buy 13 for now. Mark Thor did edit the pasture to hold, I think, more sheep, maybe a little more content in it as well, like feed and whatnot. Oh, here's the sheep pasture. Has this little shed so we could store some bales or something over here if we needed to. I believe the trigger is right up here on the side of the building. There we go. So if we look now, got our 13 sheep in there. Now, what I'm going to do, I think, is just fast forward. I'm going to have to get them water too. I forgot about that. I'm just going to fast forward until 11 o'clock and see the grazing should take over. And you just saw it pop there. So the sheep should all have, it fills the bar, I think, to 25%. So this must hold 10K. I believe that's what Mark helped me with. So it fills up all these and they all go down at the same rate. And as long as there's a grass in here or harvestable grass in here, they'll eat it. The only thing that you'll run into is if they keep eating it, then obviously they take it down to a base state and then they'll run out of food. So we can still come back and give them some feed. And we'll have to get them some water. Forgot about that. But we'll have to grab... I don't know if I even have a water transport or not. Let's see if we dunk this in the water. But yeah. Sheep are thirsty. That should be enough water and food for now. I think we're gonna jump over and start possibly working on getting some grass cut. But here we are, we're mowing. I had no idea that these mowers would do this. I didn't know I could just run a swath with them. I don't think I'm going to want to because I'm going to want to, I think, ted them at least once. On getting this one cut. We'll probably set up a course plate for the other one. This field's just small enough we can cut it, no problems. Pathway a bit there. Let's see if we already have if I have a course already set up for it. Field 18. No, I don't. So we'll have to set up a course here. And there we go. I think we're gonna do a little bit of a time lapse here. And maybe a little bit, montage, some different scenes. So I will catch back up with you when this is all over.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was my own enemy, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. I rise from the ashes with pins and patches. We carry on. I rise from the ashes. I heal from your passion. My doubts are gone. Felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. I rise from the ashes with pins and patches. We carry on. I rise from the ashes. I heal from your passion. My doubts are gone. Gold.
Keep thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. 'Cause I've been stone cold me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. Got me stone cold. No Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. It got me stone cold.
And we're back. So we have both the fields mowed. We're gonna have to go through and run the tedder across them 1 or 2 times. Then we will have to, I'll have to look at what we have. Might throw these into silage bales so that we can get them into the fermenter. And we might also look at the end of the year, plowing up maybe 1 or 2 and turning them into crop fields. Maybe getting some maize in the ground. And then we could possibly lease a forage harvester or something at some point. We're making decent money on the contracts as well as our stuff, so we'll see where we're at by the end of all that. That's going to conclude the episode. So next time, we'll be doing some tedding. We'll be doing some other stuff. Take care of the animals. Check in on the sheep and cows. So thank you for joining me. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to keep up on more content. I will be doing some live streams as well as keeping up on this series for now. With the holidays and with just end of the year jobs needing to be complete for work, schedule has been pretty tough to keep up. So, and I've been pretty exhausted, so I'm just haven't been able to record as much and get editing in as well. Been trying to get some sleep in. So, thank you for watching again, and I will catch you on the next one.